Hey guys, DadaLorian here. Thanks so much for tuning in. We got another episode of Star Wars Would You Rather? And today's topic is, would you rather be a stormtrooper or a droid? Now, in my opinion, in some instances and different scenarios, they're, not too far off and some better than others. So let's kick it off. Now, when we're looking at stormtroopers, there's two different versions. We have the clone troopers and then you have stormtroopers. So let's get into a little history. Clone troopers, also known as Republic troopers, Republic troops, Republic soldiers, and nicknamed the Boys in White, were highly trained soldiers in the Grand Army of the Republic, representing the future of galactic warfare. Clones were designed to be far superior to battle droids during the last years of the Galactic Republic. Clones were modeled on a human template, the bounty hunter Jango Fett, although their genetic structure was modeled to make them less independent and more docile than their progenitor. Clone troopers were grown on the planet Kamino at the request of Jedi Master Sifo Dyas, having secretly commissioned by the Kaminoans to build an army for the Republic. After his death, the project was taken over by the Sith. Over time, the cloning operation on Kamino was shut down and defunded. Future troopers were no longer cloned but recruited from the Empire's human population, yet still trained for absolute loyalty and obedience, but not the same extent of their clone trooper counterparts. Now talking about stormtroopers, nicknamed Bucketheads, and after, the Battle of Endor, remnant stormtroopers were the elite shock troops of the Galactic Empire. As members of the Stormtrooper Corps, an independent branch that operated under Imperial Army, they served as frontline assault forces and formed the backbone of the Imperial military. Indoctrinated to support the ideology of the New Order, in which the galaxy was chaotic and needed a strong, influencing order in order to bring peace and justice and security, and by default, stormtroopers were fanatically loyal to the Empire, making it impossible for them to betray the Imperial cause. With their signature white armor and E11 blaster rifle, stormtroopers became the face of the Galactic Empire on the countless worlds they patrolled throughout the galaxy. So that gives you a little breakdown when you're looking at stormtroopers in this, decision. You have the clone troopers and then you have stormtroopers. And if you ever watch the movies and, maybe you didn't know, why are some a little more skilled than others? Well, there's a difference between the clone troopers and stormtroopers. So there you go. Now let's talk about droids. I'm going to keep this a little easier because this is a very vague section of today's discussion. Because there are so many droids to choose from, I'll just pick 5 for now to shorten the list. So number 1, you have the R2 unit. 2, you have C3PO or protocol droids, and then 3, you have BB-8, and number 4, you have the IG-11. And then 5, you have the ROGR, or Roger Roger. We like to call it the Roger, was a B1 series battle droid. If you guys are familiar with Clone Wars, we've seen them all the time. So those are your choices, Stormtrooper, Clone Trooper, and droids. Now, for me, I'm gonna have to go with the Clone Troopers, man. And the reason why on that, obviously, if you watched Clone Wars, then you guys know, these guys, when they shot, they didn't miss. You know what I mean? They actually got stuff done. And that's based on, kind of their genetic model. You know what I mean? They were, framed after a bounty hunter, a very skilled, top-tier, athletic, guy who existed in the galaxy. So I would probably want to be one of those guys if I were going to, pick a stormtrooper. It would have to be a clone trooper because, again, they know what they're doing. They know how to fight. They're highly trained, highly skilled. So that would be my choice. Droids, I did think about droids at first because I was like, well, even though some people think, well, they're not technically alive. I've been reading my Star Wars book. I reference this, I reference that book quite a bit, but it even says that, life, still flows through droids as well. Just in a different way. You know, when we were thinking about the Force and whatnot, there was a specific topic. And, you know, there's some droids that can do some pretty cool stuff. But in terms of personality, I would probably go with a clone trooper. So that's my choice. So I'm curious to hear from you guys. Comment below and let me know your choice and why you would choose either a stormtrooper, clone trooper, or a droid. Can't wait to hear you guys' choices. So, yep, that pretty much sums up today's episode. Again, guys, make sure you thumbs up this video if you're new to the channel. Be sure to, again, like the video and subscribe if you are new and join the DadaLorian movement here on YouTube. And if you are on TikTok and Instagram, be sure to follow me there as well. Much love. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys for the next video. This is the way.